Alright, it's Saturday. I need to move that out the way. I don't have time to work on that just now. According to the radar, it's raining all around me. But according to my eyeballs, it ain't raining. Put that truck on the road, got tagged for it, been driving around, the brakes are squeaking. So need to see what's up. What's up with that? Might need some new pads or such like. Or maybe a hold down spring or, you know, something. Alright, I think I found the source of the horrible squeal. The anti-squeal pad was the problem. It had slipped out of its moorings and was laying like that. And it was making an awful racket. I think that's what it was anyways. Let me put it back together and see what happened. Alright, had the same problem on the other side. I went ahead and greased the front end. I put the driver's side tire on the passenger side. And I'm going to check the tire pressures. And I think that's all I'm going to do on this thing for today. Maybe I'll take it for a ride. Well, I said I wasn't going to work on this no more, but got ready to take it for a test drive and got thinking, you know, it doesn't have any tunes, so let me see about that. Anyway, here's a stereo Sanyo, probably top of the line, about 1985-ish or later. But check that wiring job, huh? Piece of conductive duct tape maybe on the power line. I think that's masking tape. Yeah, that's pretty nice there. Kids, don't ever do wiring like that in your vehicles. They could burn down and you'd be walking. I decided to remove this thing. It didn't seem to make any noise anyways. I don't know what this is. This was glued to the inside of the dash. It's something. Whatever it is, looks like a good one. Alright, I'll worry about that later. I do have that radio, but I don't have all the plugs that go in the back of it. I don't know if it works. That radio would look pretty good in there. The dash ain't hacked. So I don't know. Let me contemplate. But for the moment, I'm going to stuff all that stuff back together. I remove the fire hazard and I'm going to take it for a drive. Well, that seemed to fix the squeak with the brakes. See? It was a horrendous squall before. Horrendous. And the tire howl ain't quite so bad now that I switched. Uh-oh, we got a little squeak in the brakes now. Not quite as bad, but a little squeak. And the tire howl ain't so bad since I switched sides. I think I'll go up it. Oh yeah. Alright, back to the house. Alright, and finally my eyes started telling me what the radar has been telling me a couple hours. It started raining. So now I'm going to move inside the shop. I think I'm going to install my gas tank and fuel line and maybe drive shaft if it fits. I hadn't checked that and so on. And come up with a list of more parts I need. As you can see, I need a thermostat in there. Right, one. And so on. Another thing I need to do to that brown truck is I got to replace some mufflers. There's a baffle loose inside one of them. It's enough to drive you nuts. So, lesson learned. Use used parts. You're apt to have trouble. So I'm going to cut those off and put some used Flowmasters on it. Wait a minute, did I say lesson learned? Alright, I finally got the gas tank in it, but she didn't go without a fight. Did you know I dropped it on my head? I got a headache now. But other than that, no worse for wear. I got a pretty hard head. Let me show you how it's turned out here. See? There's the gas tank. I got this from the pick apart place. That's where they cut holes in the gas tank to drain the gas out. Probably so they can drive around for free. I don't know. That's just speculation. You can see up in there, that's my fuel line. Going to the hose clamped on. I got the gas gauge wires all hooked up. New gas tank. I've got to run that ground wire somewhere. But we'll get to that momentarily. And what else? Oh yeah, I ran the new 3/8 fuel line up there and around there. I got to straighten up so it looks a little more better. But I'm not going to get too freaky. Now I need to fit up the drive shaft set. I keep forgetting to get a tail shaft seal. Well, we'll see. We can see if it fits anyhow. Oh yeah, let me show you this. See here, I got a magnet on the back of my light. That magnet is the reason I had to tip over that bucket of bolts and nuts. Because I was missing that nut right there. I couldn't find it. I found it and then I couldn't find it nowhere. As I was holding the light in my hand looking around for it, but the nut was on the light in my hand. Ain't that the way it goes sometimes? That's Mr. Heavy Chevy luck right there. Alright, there's the drive shaft just barely inserted into the tail shaft. It'll come back here. Move a rail of sockets so I can keep rolling. Oh no! Drive shaft's too dad blamed short. Well, I do have a few around. Let's see what we come up with. Look there, that one was made in Saginaw, Three Rivers. I think that's in Michigan, Saginaw, Michigan. It reminds me of old country song. Old country song. Anyway, let me see what I got for drive shafts. Hey, look, there's one right up there. Wonder what the chances are. Well, let's see. Well, I jerked it out of there. I haven't had a chance to look and see, but a bunch of air cleaners fell on my head, and I think I found one that'll fit this. Well, that one's even shorter, so that ain't gonna work. Alright, I'm gonna have to think on it a minute where my stash may be, and then go find it and look in it. See what I got. And that one's 10 inches too long. Alright, let me keep looking. Well, I might have found a good one. That one's pretty close. Let me clean it up and see how it looks. Well, upon further review, that's got the wrong yoke in it. I think that's for a 3-speed. I bet you that's the drive shaft that come out of the 66. I bet you. Seems to be about the right length, but I'll have to switch that yoke as well so it'll fit Turbo 350. I do have one. I don't know. Let me study on it a bit here. Alright, with a careful measuring, that one is 1 inch too long. Now, I have shortened them up before. I have done that. I don't know. I gotta buy new U-joints and shorten it up. Maybe I'll see if I can find another one somewhere at the junkyard or something. Alright, I did find a new U-joint I had in inventory. I'll fit that dry shaft. I'm not gonna mess with dry shaft. I ain't in the mood for it. I'm gonna work on the exhaust. Since the gas tank's in place, I've got to run. I can see that I got to run all the exhausts down the passenger side, at least till I get back to the rear axle. But let me gather up some pieces here and see what I see. Well, it's also become apparent I need some more exhaust parts. So I think I'm going to use this as an excuse to go see my junk buddy and take the brown truck. Maybe I'll even let Little Miss drive it if she has the notion to. She's driving it. Can't show her face because she has some unusual stuff painted on it, so I'm embarrassed, so we're not going to show her face. But she's doing a good job driving the truck. Look at her, she's using her mirrors. Wow. Just look at her. She parked right beside the blue truck and didn't hit it once. She did hit it once.
We'd have to put me away, wouldn't we?
There'd be a calamity. Alright, that's it. I can't stand it no more. I gotta call it a day. I've been working and working and ain't got nothing done. My blade's dull on my bandsaw. I ain't got no more blades. Don't look like I got enough parts. Maybe I do. Anyway, I'm done. So, join me next time when we'll have more fun additions to an episode of Mr. Heavy Chevy and his 10 bajillion projects.